Oh my gracious, it's been a busy month. Just getting ready for decorating the cottage, shifting over the store. We've had creative retreats, we've had workshops at L&J Goods, so many things going on. But I'd like you to join me as we start to decorate the cottage for Christmas. Decorating the cottage, and this year, we've taken a turn. We've taken a turn in the cottage, and it's actually been kind of fun. Typically, it's, very neutral and a very neutral vibe, which I love in our cottage. And it's always kind of been that, with just little pops of color. Well, this year we have gone all out. So we'll be showing you just a little bit of how we're prepping for our cottage Christmas this year. And I don't know, this is just kind of a mishmash of stuff, and mostly I just wanted to get on here to say that we appreciate you so much, and we have missed interacting with you in these edited videos. So I promise I'm going to keep trying to do those. One of the other things that's happened, which has been very exciting, is that I have become part of the ID Artisans team, learning how to create beautiful content and being mentored as far as video, audio, lighting. I mean, maybe it doesn't seem like that, but yes, that's been going on too. But first, let me show you what's going on at the shop. Of course, we have pulled all of our Christmas decor down so that we could get everything ready for the ladies who were coming for our retreat at the end of November. I decided to do some rearranging and create an island space next to the little porch in the front of the shop. In the basement, I had a piece that had been cobbled together by the previous owner and decided that it needed to be used for display. I had painted it quite some time ago and then decided, well, let's add some handles, and I created this little space up front using that repainted piece as the foundation. Back at the cottage, the decorating continued. A few years ago, JR made this really wonderful box out of old shutters, green painted shutters, and we used that as the base for our Christmas tree again this year. So many of you ask where we store all of our Christmas stuff, all of our extra things in our 850 square foot cottage. I'm going to give you a peek. This is in the spare bedroom, and it's a built-in bed with lots of storage underneath. We use that. I also use wooden ice cream buckets that are underneath a church pew in our entry hallway. You'd be surprised at how much stuff fits in those little buckets. I also have a really neat storage piece at the end of the bed where a lot of linens are stored. Most of my precious ornaments get stored in flat ornament boxes under the bed, and the rest goes into a storage space above JR's little workshop out back. Where are we going to hang him? What a surprise to find this wreath that I made many years ago from Vintage Ornaments. I'll have to find just the perfect spot in the cottage for this piece. This is a little antique feather tree surround that was in pieces. It had been cut up many years ago, so JR customized it for the mantle.
No, I think that would be good. Is there any way to put like a post on the end with one of the...
Well, I've got one over there that's got a post.
Those are so cute. Oh. Ooh, pretty. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Look at that cute snowflakes. Sure.
It's supposed to be so I don't mess up my other stuff.
That's very cute. So what have we got happening here? Tell me. This is Fusion's Oakham.
Second coat.
How long do you wait to dry between coats?
Do I?
Mm-hmm.
I like to go 24 hours. I'll put all this on and then I'll tip it off.
Yeah, this is a piece for a customer. It's MDF. Look at all that fake aging on there. They try to make it.
Mine's not fake.
No, I see it in your beard.
Oh, thanks.
And then what she requested on the doors is the IOD Joie de Roses. And she wants a little metallic. So, yeah, we got our work cut out for us. And she wants this to have at her house for guests this month.
Before I begin this custom piece for Ruthie, I need to go through the Joie de Roses transfer and determine my layout. I'll have to use lots of trimming and cutting to make this work inside of the door panels and have it make sense also as it flows into the drawers in the upper part of the cabinet. I'm so glad that Ruthie chose Fusion Mineral Paint. It has a built-in top coat, which works beautifully with IOD transfer application. This will help to expedite this project and get it moving right along. In addition to our regular workshops at L&J Goods, we had our annual Christmas camp. What a fun and festive time this was. These ladies come from all over the country to join together in friendship and in creative community. And yes, we learn new techniques and they go home with incredibly beautiful, one-of-a-kind decor. I'll leave a link in the description box below with the dates of our upcoming camps. I hope you can join us.
I'm just going to lightly dampen, and what you'll see is it's going to return to that brightness of the pigment.
So I see you're doing one piece at a time as you're pulling.
We're gonna ready? We're gonna go. I'm going to faint.
You don't need a lot of water.
No, you just want to dampen it until you see that pigment.
Like I'm worried.
It'll come away.
Remember when I said that Ruthie wanted a metallic finish on this piece? I struggled with this, but then I embraced the whole process. I used Pentart's metallic wall lasurs. I did gold and silver, and I mixed them together to come up with kind of a antique-y gold. Or maybe it's an antique-y silver. I sponged it all over, and you know what? In the end, I've got to admit, Ruthie was right. It really did create a beautiful finish. Thanks for spending a few minutes of your time with us today at the cottage. I will be sharing a full reveal of our cottage Christmas decor in a few days. Also, we'd love to have you join us as we share live stream videos to Facebook and YouTube Mondays and Wednesdays from Ellen J. Goods.